Let me just promote myself in like channel or a Discord channel or two.
That reminds me, I didn't even ask you if I could take some ale with me, but I took it anyway.
That's fine.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, how was everybody's day?
It was a day.
I'm alive.
Same.
Yeah.
I slept pretty alright.
Nice. Yeah, I had work today, and I had to go into the office, and it was alright for the most part until like I almost got stuck staying later than I wanted to, and then of course I and I have a long commute too, so like I was just like exhausted when I got home, so I just like took a nap. Alright. And for our new players, Cam and Craig, who have never really played with me before, the way I usually do this is beginning of each session, I'll say we're starting. I'll read like an introductory sort of like thing I've written out, and then I'll kind of kick it into gear. I do have music playing in the background through Roll20, so you may hear it, and if it is a bit too loud, just go to the gear icon, and where it says master music volume level, you can lower it there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it has been a while, so I may be a little bit rusty, so you guys may just have to deal with that. But we'll get the hang of this as we hop in. All right, I'm going to assume everybody is ready unless stated otherwise.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm all good.
All right. You two are definitely new here because when I used to go off by like a count off asking if everybody was ready, and then nobody ever said anything.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, you're clearly the new people.
Yeah, I was fully committed to doing the blip too, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna talk.
All right.
It was just so ingrained in my fucking muscle memory at this point.
Oh, I missed this. All right. Here we go. All right. Icewind Dale, a region known for its fish, cold weather, and pure white snow, is the perfect place to get away from it all. For residents of Icewind Dale and those traveling to it, the region has a lot to offer. One can go skiing, try some delicious far north food, or go treasure hunting for whatever arcane objects are buried out there. If one wants to escape the hustle and bustle of the Source Coast and Forgotten Realms, Icewind Dale is the perfect place to be. Recently, however, Icewind Dale has gotten a new thing to brag about, that of its never-ending winter. Cursed by Auril the Frostmaiden, the sun is unable to rise each day in Icewind Dale, as the region has become ever more isolated, and the 10 towns that make up the basis of civilization out here have begun to suffer for it. Still, the never-ending winter doesn't keep everyone out. So what exactly brings our lovely adventurers out here to Icewind Dale? Are they residents of the region who only want to see the sun? Or are they from down south, just hoping to find a cool place to relax? Ultimately, that is for them to decide. Still, a recent bounty posting and 100 gold reward has gotten everyone off their feet, and brought them together at Caer Dineval, one of the 10 towns of Icewind Dale. What will happen? Well, that's what we're about to find out. Alright, so the scene starts off in a tavern in Caer Dineval known as the Uphill Climb Tavern. That is where the bounty posting has essentially kind of told you all to go. Caer Dineval is kind of a little bit far out there in the Icewind Dale area. Unless you guys are really from here, you wouldn't really have like a set map. But generally there's always some sort of guidepost that tells you where everything is. Do let me know if you can all see the map.
I can see it.
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah.
I was actually having a lot of issues with this thing earlier, so you see any words on here or no?
No words for me.
Okay, that's something I was gonna fix later. But anyways, you guys are all up here at the Uphill Climb Tavern. There's not really a lot to do in Caer Dineval when you get here. This town's usually known for its fishing, but because the lake is literally frozen over, no one's really doing that anymore. So people just kind of go ice fishing, do some fur trapping, or kind of go hunting for animals up in the wilderness out that way. But you know, while this town may not be, the hottest spot, Uphill Climb Tavern, that's where it's at. As what can I only describe as you guys have ever been to like an old rundown like bar, but with like a weird 70s retro theme to it, is how I could best describe it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm down.
So, in the tavern, there's currently the barkeep standing behind the main bar area. There's about 3 human people, kind of just seem to be residents, older folk, kind of just eating some soup. There's also another man here, younger, maybe in his 30s, bespectacled, and also a hill dwarf. Oh, sorry, yeah, a hill dwarf kind of sitting off by herself in the corner. And also, there's a lovely musical guest. He's singing up on the stage right now. None of you have really heard of this guy, but he seems to be trying to like liven things up. Probably some traveling bard. He's kind of like, all right, everybody, now, come on, we gotta do it 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, as he's just trying to start this little dance, but no one seems to be paying him mind. Off in the corner, near the door, 2 elves are sitting at a table. They didn't really choose to sit together, but the barkeep kind of just sat them there. One is of a more darker hue, long white hair, and the other is I could best describe as a more exotic elf. We'll have them introduce each other first. So, Cam, why don't you go first?
Oh, okay. So the dark elf sitting on one side of the table he has piercing crimson eyes, chiseled facial features yet delicate, and his eyes are lacking the wisdom that you would normally see in an elf, sort of signaling his younger age. And the hair is hanging over his face, and every now and again he pushes it back behind his ears. And he's wearing a dark blue leather coat with a odd symbol on his back. And the coat has brown fur up to the collar from warmth and hangs just above his knees, and that also has brown fur at the end. And then he has a short sword hanging on his hip, and that's pretty much it for what he's wearing right now.
Alright. And Acoustic, why don't you introduce your character?
So you see this pale blue esque skin-colored elf with this golden auburn hair, like leaves all in it, wearing a dark green pair of wool pants and shirt, and then over top of the dark green shirt is this lighter green vest. You see a loop tied around, hanging over one shoulder, wand on one hip, light crossbow on the other, and the biggest thing about this character that stands out is these bright, vibrant violet eyes.
Alright. And 2 of you having been, forced to sit next to each other by the barkeep, he does eventually come up to you, and he's just like, alright, what do you be having? Soup or chowder?
Soup for me.
I just shake my head.
Alright, to drink, water or milk?
Wine?
He just looks at you and he's like, I don't got no wine. I got water or I got milk.
Milk it is.
I'm gonna shake my head again. No thank you.
Alright. He looks to you, let me actually remember what your name. He looks at you, Korath, and he's just like, your buddy doesn't seem too hungry, huh? And by the way, the two of you do not know each other, you just were told to sit here.
Yeah. I'm not gonna make a comment on what he says towards me.
Alright.
I look over to this other elven kind and I say, if you want anything, it could be on me.
I'm
If,
fine.
if
Thank
money's
you.
the problem.
Money's most certainly not the problem. I'm just not hungry.
I look back over to the barkeep and I say, well, you heard him.
Alright. One soup and one milk coming up as he walks back. Over in another corner of the bar, we see there is a half-orc kind of sitting on a chair, right by a table out in the corner. The music is a little bit more louder to him because he was put much closer to it. As he hears the same bard, he recognizes as like a humanoid type of person. You're not 100% sure, but he just he keeps trying to get people to dance, and he's just like, do. Hey, what about you, huh? Ready to party down? As he points to you, Craig. And would you like to describe yourself?
Yeah, my name is Balthazar. I'm a half-orc. I am 6'5", slightly green tinged skin, deep blue eyes, a long but well-kept beard and hair, big lower fangs, only wearing enough clothes to like keep out the cold, and across my chest there's two large leather straps. One carries the big great axe on my back, and the other is attached to the spine of a large arcane tome hanging at my hip. And that's about it for me. And I'm just kind of sitting steadfast in the corner.
Alright. But yeah. Balthazar, you know this human is trying to like pull you in to try and like start busting a move. What do you do exactly?
I politely decline.
Alright.
Just no thank you. Just here for the night.
Alright, what about you then, as the person off to the other side to his left is a human woman, and would you like to introduce yourself, Snick?
She's 5'10". She's kind of tall. She's pretty buff. She's wearing a plaid like overcoat that's pretty big. It's pretty thick, and some good like hiking boots, and a nice thick pair of traveling pants, and she has a battle axe on her back, and she's got her backpack sitting next to her on her side, and she says, what was the question?
The bard who's like playing the music, trying to get everyone to dance, calls out to you, Roxy, and after Balthazar declines, says, "What about you? Want to dance?"
Sure.
All right.
Why not? Sounds delightful.
All right.
She gets up.
So as you do get up, it's like, all right, now watch me. I learned this down in Baldur's Gate. They call it the Barrow Green. As he begins to just trying to like start like moonwalking, like flapping his arms around like he's a chicken or something.
All right. Sounds fun.
All right.
I try to do it as well.
Roll me a performance check, Roxy. See how good you are.
Oh yeah, her name's Roxy.
16. You do a pretty good job imitating him. Like, you guys are both getting the hang of it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say my name is Roxy. My name's Roxy.
Nice to meet you. Name's Todd. I'm a local bard in the area, traveling from town to town. But yeah, I learned this one back in Baldur's Gate, named after a famous celebrity. A dead one too.
I don't know where Baldur's Gate is, but sounds like a neat place.
Oh, it is. Alright. Now, while this is happening, at the actual bar itself, there is a dwarf, male, face kind of lying on, like, basically lying down as if he's just kind of sleeping. At which point the barkeep kind of like, hey, you, wake up. And, Kahuna, would you like to introduce yourself?
So my name is Vars Moongrowth. He's a very short and haggard little dwarf, little hill dwarf. Very stout, as you'd imagine. There's not much assuming about this, my character. Very ragged clothes, barely enough, especially in this cold climate, to keep warm. Everything's a little tattered and worn. It looks like the clothes were some high quality at one point, but years have since taken their toll. He's got nice blue pants and leather armor, and a short sword at his hip. He also has a very short bow on his back. Not much else to really say about him. Yeah, that's really it.
Alright. So Vars, the barkeep's kind of like snapping his fingers at you like, alright, you gonna order anything else, or are you just gonna keep sleeping here?
Do you have any need?
No. I've told you this yesterday too. All the meat's gone, and whatever I had left you already bought. I got milk or I got water.
Well, I guess I'll have a milk.
Alright. As he gets that ready for you. And
I immediately go back to sleep.
you only get like maybe a minute of sleep as you hear a bam as the doors just open wide open as a Goliath is at the doors. And MJN, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my character's name is Nayala. She is 7'6", 311 pounds. She has.
Hell yeah.
I'm into it.
She has dark reddish brown, like rocky skin, yellow eyes, and straight black hair. She wears chainmail. She stands very stoically. I don't have much else. She's big and broad and
Yeah.
amazing.
Because there may be more to her story than we know, just like with everybody else, but that will come up later. Anyways, Nyala. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Nayala. Yeah.
Nyala. Everybody kind of just stops and looks at you as you essentially open the doors wide. The barkeep looks at you and he's like, what do you want?
Drink if you have one.
I got milk and I got water.
What kind of milk?
Cow's milk.
Sure.
Think we're gonna get along just fine. Alright, as you sit down at the bar right next to this sleeping dwarf. So, Roxy's dancing, Balthazar's chilling. You do get your soup, Korath, and your milk, as, let me remember your name, Soren, as you're just kind of sitting there, just kind of, just chilling.
Yeah, I'm just kind of eyeing up the joint, just seeing if, just keeping an eye on everybody.
Yeah. Not much. The three other, humans here are much older. They really are not paying attention to, the human. And I'll have you roll for me, Soren, an intelligence check when you look at the human that's currently dancing with the other human.
Just a straight intelligence?
Straight intelligence. Okay. Just two humans, from what you can tell. Yeah. There's that female dwarf kind of just, sitting in the corner. I actually, since you're doing that, roll me an insight check. As well as 6, not one,
Oh,
yep.
with a +5, I roll is unbelievable.
Yeah. She seems like she's having a grand old time, just sitting in the corner, tapping her feet, and yeah. And the other person besides the people in this party, the bespectacled man is just kind of pouring through his notes a bit. Seems to be writing something, but you don't know what.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys all, as you're all kind of just chilling, unless any of you want to do anything.
I am just watching Roxy and the bard dance and like kind of tapping my foot along, but not actually getting up to do anything.
Alright. So, oh wait, alright, sorry, I thought someone was gonna say something. The bar at one point, you know, towards the very end, he's just kind of like, oh, yeah, here we go. As Roxy, you watch as he kind of does like this thing where he gets on the ground and tries to pull his legs farther and farther across. And he actually successfully pulls off the splits. As he just kind of like, woo!
Fuck yeah. I don't know if I can do that. Sorry.
It's fine. As he kind of gets up, yeah. As he's just trying to like feel the energy in the crowd, but like, other than like you, Roxy, and maybe Balthazar, like no one else is really.
I am lightly clapping.
All right. He's like,
Yeah,
I was impressed.
He does like a little
I'm
finger.
also clapping for him for his splits.
Yeah, finger point at like the both of you, like, Yep. That's a popular one down in Baldur's Gate. But anyways, yeah, I'm Todd, the Bard, and doing my circuit around Icewind Dale, the 10 towns. And I guess I could go for another hour-long set. At which point, the female dwarf sitting in the back kind of just stands up, walks over, and she's just kind of like, oh yes, and she like puts her hand over his mouth and like, if anybody is here for the bounty, meet me in back before this city it begins again. Takes his hand off and sits in the back. And he's like,
Oh, but he's good. I like him.
I guess that's just how things go here in Gare de Naval. Maybe things will be better up in Care Koenig, which is another one of the 10 towns. Alright, so with that, he begins to kind of wrap everything up, put his things away. I'm assuming you all begin to head to the back?
It was fun,
Yeah.
Todd. I'll see you later. She waves at him and walks to where the dwarf went.
Alright, adios, Roxy. And you too, half green man, as he finger points at you, Balthazar.
I give him a thumbs up.
Man.
Good job out there, bud.
Hey. Alright. So, you all begin to rustle in the back, and even you too, Vars, as you're kind of shaken awake and stumble your way over there.
I'm gonna take my my container of milk with me, whatever you gave it.
Alright.
Give it to me, just in case.
Oh, you got milk? I never was offered any milk. What the hell?
You can have a sip if you'd like.
Yay! Thank you. She's gonna take
No
this.
problem.
Alright. So, this female dwarf, let me just pull something out. Gotta bust out the big book for this. Yeah. Elderly woman. She's got some, you can definitely tell she's been around the bend because she has some scars here or there. And, she takes a look at all of you. I'm assuming you're all here for the posting. Let me make sure I have everybody's names down, because I did get those ahead of time. Korith. Is there a Korith here?
Here.
Balthazar?
Right here.
Vars.
Is there gonna be any ale or any mead at this party?
She raises, she just goes into her backpack, pulls out a bottle of wine, just sets it on the table.
Yes, I'm here. And I go take some.
Alright. Nyala.
That's me.
Roxy. and Soren.
Present.
Alright, welcome everybody, have a seat. Pull up a drink if you want it as well too.
You said she pulled out a bottle of wine.
Yes.
I'm gonna do a maneuver my way to this bottle of wine.
Maneuver.
Yeah.
Alright.
And take a glass of that if I can.
Alright, yeah, she pours you a glass. Varus gets a hearty glass
Yeah.
as well.
I'm going to take some wine. Please, thank you.
Alright. You too, Balthazar.
I'll take some.
And Roxy. She pours one out for everybody, and just the other two just take it, they just take it.
Yeah.
Alright.
If anyone doesn't take it, I will have theirs.
I won't.
I'm a big boy.
Oh, you always you recognize yourself as the big boy, Balthazar, but
Yeah. When the bigger woman walked in, I was a little. I felt small.
Ooh, she's very big.
yeah. I mean, hell,
Not big of them.
even this Roxy person too is also like kind of well built too.
Yeah, but I'm taller than her. It's fine.
All right. So
Sorry, proceed.
it's totally fine, dude. All right. Now, you all must be wondering why I've brought you here together. Well, it just so happens, I have a certain job that needs done. Something bad is going on in the 10 towns, and I need your guys' help to stop it. You see, in this past, few weeks, there have been 3 cold-blooded murders. A halfling trapper in East Haven and his child, a human shipbuilder out in Targos, and a dwarf glassblower in Bryn Shanda. And each of these victims was found with a dagger of ice through their hearts. There's someone. We're here to catch a murderer. And I myself cannot do it by myself given my age, but I think you guys could be up for the task. How does that all sound to you?
Sounds good.
I mean, I'm in.
I'm
in.
already here.
I'm in.
Sure.
Lovely. Alright. Now, for the next part of this, here's the info I got. I believe the man who's been committing these murders goes by the name of Caltro. I only kind of recognize this when, he's been spotted in some of these towns, but also for the simple fact that he never wears a coat. And you guys all know that, without any winter gear out here, you're going to very much just fucking die. Like, it is cold as balls outside. And I don't have any full proof yet, but I have some information I think that helps prove this case. You see, Caltro works for this small traveling merchant company called Torgs, owned and operated by a shady dwarf by the name of Torga Icevein. By traveling with this merchant, he can get around. Apparently he's charming, makes friends easily, and by working with Torga, he probably also has to be good with a blade too. Gavin knows what she's been up to. What's more, his victims come from the only 3 towns that sacrifice people to the Frostmaiden on nights of the new moon. Now, I'm assuming some of you are not from around here, so here's a little backstory to that. You see, ever since this never-ending winter and no more sun stuff kind of began, the residents of the 10 towns have begun to offer things to Auril during the night, once a week, to appease her. Some offer food, like in this town, where they take their best fish and catches and lay it out for Auril or whoever can get it. Others offer heat. They spend a whole day without any fires on whatsoever, Some of them even freeze to death, but what they think Auril would want. And others offer people. A lottery is held, and if you're the unlucky victim, you're essentially just stripped naked and tied out to a pole out in the middle of the snow, where you very much will freeze to death. Now,
That's not very nice.
yeah. You would know also, Roxy, given since you're actually from the 10 Towns, where you're from Lonelywood, in the past year they've been offering food. So there's like once a week, like the best food, like, you know, if you live by a forest, like the best animals you can find out there, like deer or like elk, are like offered as a sacrifice to Auril. But be that as it may, I kind of find this all that whole situation BS. Frankly, I don't know if Auril wants any of that shit. Given that there's still no fucking sun. But anyways. So, there's been rumors that people who skip the lottery can essentially, there are people who bypass the lottery and are able to not get sacrificed. And I think Caltro, for whatever reason, has gotten involved with that and been hunting down those who cheat their way out of the system. But yet I fear that, he may be working from, hired kills to mass murdering, especially given the news that happened in East Haven recently. So, given all this, I actually followed Torgs, the company, around for a 10 days and moved from town to town. Quite a devious little enterprise. I don't really know where Icewind gets her goods, but probably not legal. Plus she charges them up at a ridiculous price. And of course, what's more, Caltro, when he's with her, no coat, no scarf, no gloves, nothing whatsoever. Almost as if he's just immune to the cold. So, for 100 gold each, all of you, I want you guys to help take this sucker down. I know for a fact that Torgs, like Icewind's little company, is heading into Caradin soon. From the east way, as you can look on the map. Oops, did not mean to move that. Why does it move that? Yeah, so I don't know what skills you all have, but if you could all put your brains together and ambush this little traveling company, we may be able to catch a killer. What do you say?
So you want us to ambush a merchant caravan?
Yes, they're not super big. I know it's her and maybe like 4 of her boys and Caltro. You can ambush, you can sneak up, hell, you can plan however way you really want to do it, but from what I can tell, they're going to be coming in east pretty soon. And I don't know if you've been hearing what's been going on in this town, but people here will be dying for supplies, so if they get into Caradin, they're going to be a lot harder to get. So any questions?
You're certain Caltro is the guy?
Yeah, because it sounds like he's just good in the cold. Is his main crime.
Ah,
And
the
the other
like
people
you've been outside. It's real cold. I don't know.
Look,
That's fair. But
it's just a string of connections. First, isn't affected by the cold, and the people who die are killed with ice weapons. Second, wherever where Torga and her company go, seems to be murders happen as well.
yeah, that seems to be the better evidence. I meant.
Yeah.
Glad to hear. All right. Do any of you have any questions for me?
What was your name?
Oh, I probably should have introduced that from the beginning. Forgot about that. The name is Hlyn Trollbane. I'll type it out in the chat for you guys. when I was younger, I could do more of this, adventuring, catching bad guys, but not anymore.
When are we doing all this?
Well, you have a few hours before they get into town. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot more difficult. Yeah, that's kind of why I shut up that bar, because if he kept doing another set, we probably couldn't talk.
We better get moving then.
Yeah, I guess we're going.
Alright. I'll stay here out in the city, and I'll keep an eye out in case Caltro sneaks his way in. But I'll leave Torga and her caravan to you all. And if you succeed, 100 gold each.
Sounds good.
Wait, is the bounty dead or alive? Or is it not?
She looks to you when you say that, Soren, and I'd rather him dead, but I don't know if all of you would be okay with that.
Oh,
So-
what's the law of the land?
I mean, law of the land is you kill people, people can do whatever it takes to stop you.
Fair
I mean, I
enough.
guess.
I start walking.
All right. You all head out.
Yeah, I'm right behind him.
Yeah, I'll follow him.
Autobots roll out.
All right. I'm assuming Vars and Nyala also follow them too.
I pick up the bottle and start walking out. Don't worry, I
Oh,
got
good
you.
move, good move.
hmm
It's gonna keep us warm.
And what about you, Nyala?
Yeah, I will be going.
All right. So. Oh, that's a bit loud. Let me lower that a bit. All right. You step out into the streets of Caer Dinaval. Very snowy. A lot of old houses and whatnot. Frozen lake over here. You all noticed, by the way, when you came into, and for some of you who have been around, big old castle right here. That's where, the head of the town lives. But, anyways. What do you all want to do?
Which way is the caravan coming in from? The north or the east?
She said from the east, so this way.
From the east. And can you mark where we are again?
You were at the uphill climb, which is over here.
I wasn't sure. Okay.
That's fine. No, I gotta work on some things to figure out how I can properly show this. Do you see the words Caer Dinaval at all right now?
I do not.
I do
Oh.
not.
All right. Nope.
No.
I just broke something else. That doesn't matter though. But yeah, you are over here at the uphill climb tavern, and she said they're coming in from this way.
So I guess we're making our way that way. I don't.
Yeah, I'm
Does
just
anyone
gonna
have any,
follow the path, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any errands to run before we go out there?
I don't know about y'all, but I'm not the best at stealth. So I don't know how good an
Pretty well,
ambush
might
would be with me. But I'm real good at fighting.
I like to think I'm good at both.
I'm also pretty clumsy. So, yeah.
Do we just want to take him head on then?
Maybe
I feel like we just set up a blockade in the road.
yeah, maybe the sturdier people stand on the road, and the more light on their feet people can be on the sides, perhaps. Jump out to surprise.
I'm down. I'm down for
Right.
it.
Good idea.
That works with me. I may sneak around the back a little bit. I'm a little bit better with that.
I didn't say it before because I forgot. So now that we're all walking next to each other, Soren stands about 6 feet tall, and I'm gonna dump it into the chat because I don't want to ruin the description of the emblem. But this is the emblem you see on his back. It's like a patch. I dumped it into the
Yeah,
Discord.
dungeon chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, frankly, a lot of you know, some of you have not really seen Goliaths before, but you kind of recognize what they are. Half-orc, human. If anything, it's Koreth that looks like the strangest out of all of you, because he's an elf, but he's like a different type of elf you've never even heard of before. And then of course, oh yeah?
Do you think I would possibly know of this type of elf?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Cool. Arcana.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh,
It's gonna be one of them.
shit.
It's gonna be one of them sections.
Oh no!
You know,
Do that
You-
once.
you think that maybe this Koreth guy is like he's just an elf that likes to paint himself and like dye his hair wacky colors.
I've heard of these. They're called hippies. I've heard.
All right, so you all begin to head outside of town. Essentially, after like this town isn't crazy big, so like after like 45 minutes to an hour of walking, you're able to all kind of get outside of town. There's not really much.
People on the roads?
Honestly, no. It's pretty barren. There's essentially just snow, rocks, and the coast, which leans over like a frozen, lake.
Okay.
Some of you with higher passive perceptions, if you look out towards the lake, you may see like one or two guys just ice fishing. Other than that, there's like no one really out right now. So, eventually, you guys walk to a good place out on the road near the coast that you could probably make your little, put your plan into action. And how would you all want to go about that?
I'm just gonna face the party and ask, alright, who here thinks they're pretty light on their feet? Good at stealth.
I am.
Oh, I'll also raise my hand.
Okay, so that's the dwarf and then the weird elf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the painted
Alright.
elf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Okay, so... And then the others are good at just fighting head on?
Yeah, I'm a beefy boy.
Alright. So I guess the big ones stand on the road and the stealthy ones get on the side.
All right. And all right. So for starters,
Who does that make?
Yeah, I mean, so the Goliath, I assume, and
yeah. So from what you described, first of all, I will need Soren, Vars, and Koreth to roll me stealth checks as you essentially try to hide behind some rocks out by the road. 13,
at
11,
least it's not one, so we'll take
and
it.
22. All right.
Easy, dude.
Now, Roxy, Balthazar, and Nyala. You guys are just kind of sitting on the road, essentially, though. Takes a little bit of time, like half hour or so.
We got here too early.
Are the three of you just like laying down, or are you just literally just chilling on the road, just like?
I mean, is there like something to hide? I mean, like what's on the side of the road? Anything, or is it just all snow?
Rock.
Yeah, snow, rocks, and if you go out a little bit further, there's the actual coastline.
I'll try to hide behind a rock if I can hide behind one.
I was assuming you're already doing that, because
Okay, alright, cool.
yeah. The only way you're stealthing out here is rocks or snow. There's no trees, and burying yourself in snow is maybe not the best idea. Because hide with
But they
dirt.
wouldn't expect it, would they?
Yeah.
Yeah. On the other
Like
hand,
on the Frostmaiden, never come out of the snow.
yeah. Remember, I had a good joke and I forgot it. Oh, hypothermia is a bitch. That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, there you go.
Alright. So, after a good half hour or so, Roxy, Balthazar, Nyala, you hear the sounds of mushing and like hear sounds of panting as a caravan where a bunch of dogs up in front, kind of leading the way, are like carrying some people forward. Do you guys do anything?
I'm gonna walk out into the middle of the road.
Okay.
Yeah, following them.
All right. And
Taking my axe out already, just kind of putting it at my side.
okay. Nyala, what about you?
No, so I'm just gonna stay leaning against the rock or whatever.
Alright.
Wait to see what's happening.
I have a semi-appropriate map for this. We'll have to put all your tokens out though, so let's spend 5 minutes doing that. So, alright. Objects and tokens.
Real quick, can I just get a quick run down the races? We have half-orc Balthazar, and Roxy. You are a human. Okay.
Yeah.
Everything else I got. Okay.
Alright. Radical, did you end up having a token for this?
Nah, I didn't have time to draw.
Alright.
a thing.
Do you have like a fake token I can use right now, or do I just pull up like
My little dragon, I guess, for now.
yeah. Alright.
That's good.
Chilling by the rocks. Unfortunately, Craig, we don't have a token for you yet, so I'm just gonna give you control of this half-orc warrior thing right here. That's cool with you.
Hell yeah.
And let me give you control by.
Fine.
Yeah, let me just give you control of it. Bingo. Alright, so you should be able to move it now.
Yes.
I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Cute.
Send me a snake. Okay.
You have, don't you have my Vivian? I can send Vivian again.
Alright. I there's a lot of things I have to get through.
It's okay. Or
Alright.
I could give you. That's a good one.
Alright, there's Nyala. Vars. And Korit. And then once. Thank you, Snook.
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
That's fine. You're only, standing in front of the caravan.
Yeah, he's fine.
Just a menacing figure in the middle of the road. He's not talking.
Happens more often than you think.
I mean, that makes him more menacing.
He's just standing there. Menacingly.
Alright, let's remove that. I accidentally gave the token that Nyala sent, I accidentally put it in Roxy, so I have to fix that. It's not loading for
Does
me.
everyone have the character sheet open in a little mini thing? How do you roll checks?
So
That one popped out.
there we go. The way it works,
I have my journal tab open. I'm just clicking on
Okay.
things.
yeah, the
That's what I
way.
was thinking too, but it's yeah.
Do you know how to roll things in Roll20, Craig?
I think I did it once on accident. Can I just do one for
To test? Yeah, sure.
Alright. So yeah, it's just in the little journal tab. You just click on the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I wasn't sure if that was the only way to do it, or if everyone else was doing it a different way.
Gotcha. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Smooth.
So, Korit, Korit, Soren, and Vars, you guys can position yourself wherever you want by these rocks.
Okay.
You generally know that the path is from here, and if they basically get to this point on the map, they're gonna move farther off the road.
Okay. So they kind of curved around. We can say they curved around here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm fine with being.
All right. You back yet, Rad?
And are we higher up?
Slightly, maybe 5-10 feet higher up. It's not this ain't a. Getting maps for this that do not come in the module can always be hit or miss. So.
Yeah.
All right. Let me make sure you all have access to this. MGN, you can move your token around, correct?
Yeah.
All right, cool. You're off towards the side, and I believe Radical is back. All right. So the caravan stops when they see Balthazar and Roxy walk up. Balthazar with an axe in hand. They're all like, "Whoa, doggers!" I guess that's what you call sled dog doggers. We're learning right now.
Dude, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Doggers.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Hi. These are human guys just kind of sending up. They're a bit confused. Then in the back, this woman who from which you would assume would be Torga, as Lynn told you about, walks up. What's going on here? You guys, yeah?
Well, me and my friends here were just trying to look for a ride to you know, like a ride for a, like, you know, like a we're hitchhikers. We're looking for a ride to get to someplace else.
Roll me a deception check, Roxy.
We're looking to get a ride.
Alright. Still need that deception check.
I'm just gonna roll deception here.
Alright, she narrows her eyes at you, as she's just kind of like, why do you need needing a ride to someplace else if Caer Dinaval is just about, 30-minute walk that way? As she points towards, like, the way you guys literally just came.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
She said, she looks at you suspiciously as she's just like, now why would you need a ride if Caer Dinaval is only a 30-minute walk that way? As she points towards the direction you guys literally just came from.
Well, we're not going to there. We're going, we're trying to find some, yeah, we're trying to go through there.
You guys going to...
Well, no one in the town is really, like, there's no really any rides in the town.
So you're going to Caer Konig then?
First caravan to come through in weeks.
Yeah.
The guys on the side are a little bit puzzled by that, like, weeks. At which point the woman steps up.
They only had water and milk. There's not been trade happening in a long time.
Yeah, that'll happen, says the woman as she walks forward again. Ever since the lake froze, no more shipments to East Haven for Caer Dinaval. And apparently all the mead has run out in good mead, so no beer for them either. But luckily, that's where I come in, as I have plenty of goods and supplies to sell. For the right price, of course.
I mean, if you could give us a ride, we'd be willing to buy. Well, we'd be willing to buy some things, or pay as well.
She kind of looks to her men, and she's just like, the problem is it's already going to be a tight fit, and then it's you two and then the Goliath as she looks over to Nyala. What are you doing during all this, Nyala?
I'm just watching. Like, when she looks over, I, like, nod my head. Trying to seem friendly.
Look, I don't really know if I can give you all a ride just like that. If I could snap my fingers, I would be doing it right now. There you go.
Got it.
Yeah. I don't really think I can do that, unless you are willing to pay a pretty penny.
How much is a pretty penny?
She looks towards her men and kind of looks back towards you guys. 10 gold? 10 gold to get you into Caer Dinaval. Gonna be another 20 to get you to Caer Konig. And we're not going back to East Haven, as she very sternly says that. And the rest of her men kind of nod and agree.
Can I see a dude not cloaked?
Um,
From the viewpoint, like, do I see someone who fits the description of Caltro?
So funny enough, you don't even have to roll for this because you have a good vantage point. No one of that description really is in this party. The four men with her all seem to have a winter coat on them, and yeah. So you're not seeing this Caltro figure that you heard about.
I'm gonna look to Vars, and I'm gonna just whisper, "I don't see the guy we're supposed to be beating up."
Yeah, I don't see him either, but I feel like he might be around somewhere.
Do we not see him either?
No one of the description you heard from Hlyn is in this group. Everyone seems to be pretty warmly bundled up.
I'm sorry. I don't think we have enough money to be able to
Yeah.
afford that.
Oh, well, too bad then. Of course, if you're looking to buy some goods, I always got you covered.
Sure. I mean, if, you know, for stopping us, you know, for what's the word? Sorry, I'm thinking of words. I mean, just, you know, for the trouble of stopping you fine folks, it's the least we could do. What kind of wares you got?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, as, she and another guy kind of come up to, like, go through things. Take 5, boys, do your own thing, I guess. First, she comes up and, she shows you Roxy, Balthazar, Nyla. If you want to come up closer, do let me know.
Yeah, sure. I'll move up a little bit.
Alright. The dogs seem to be resting. They could actually use a break, if anything. So, I got some flint and tinder, cut wood, good for fire and whatnot, whale oil. Everybody needs whale oil. You're gonna need for a blanket or furs. I have that covered too. Rations. A bottle of wine. Some cheap ale. I know those people in Dinavar are gonna need that. Medicine. And you also need it too. I got some good old-fashioned rat poison.
Well, Roxy's
no
just kind of
booze?
looking over the wares, taking her time.
Yeah. Those stealth checks. Yeah.
While Roxy's doing that, can I ask them, like, say, I've heard about a merchant that goes around with no winter wear. You guys run into that? Someone who fits that description?
The two of them look to each other and they're just like, no, not at all. Roll me an insight check, Craig.
7.
Alright, let me see, what is her wisdom? Well, when you roll a 4, so what happens is, the woman seems very adamant that, like, oh yeah, never ran with a guy like that. The other dude, he's just like, why, no, not at all, of course. At which point she, like, kind of, like, elbows him in the side. He just shuts up. So, the woman seemed very convincing, the man not so much. And
would we hear that from up top?
you three can roll a perception check to see if you heard that. Yeah. And you want to roll perception too, Vars, or are you just kind of chilling on the rock?
I heard it on the wind.
Yeah, so hold on.
Alright.
Class of -1 perception.
Alright. Vars, you could kind of hear their conversation. You hear, like, the guy laughing awkwardly. Korath and Soren, you both definitely heard that. And Soren, you also... Yeah. But Soren, you also can hear as these three guys are talking, are kind of like... One guy here's like, I'm gonna go take a piss by the rock. And the other two are like, fine. As they pull out some smokes. As this guy begins to walk, and let me roll his perception to see if he beats out any of your stealths. With that on the die...
My stealth was 11.
Yeah. He comes up and he's just like, as he starts to take a piss, he does not notice Vars at all, but he does notice 2 elves just clinging on the rock. And he's like, as he's got his pants down and looks up, and he's just like, the fuck?
This is important. Is he midstream?
I mean, he was like, it literally started, and now he sees it, and then he's like, ah, shit, what do I...
Alright, so
Would I be able to Ray of Frost him and like freeze his stream?
Oh my.
That's a terrible thing to do, but all right. Are you trying to be sneaky about it, or are you just trying to like Ray of Frost him the moment he comes up?
Ray of Frost in the moment he comes up.
Okay. So roll to hit first. So that's a natural 1. Your beam goes wide. You know, like just kind of like a. Oh wait, that's line 2. I didn't want to use that. Shit. I went to pull up the arrow. Where's my arrow? And like, shoom.
That's stormtrooper aim.
Yeah, as like everybody kind of notices, like, what the hell?
Alright, so right when he misses, I'm just gonna run for this dude.
All right.
Like right when he misses.
Okay. So you jump down. You're gonna you move and roll to hit.
Alright, I'm gonna actually do a unarmed strike.
Okay, that's a natural 20.
And then, using
God.
martial arts, I'm gonna attack again with my bonus action. But I
Alright.
guess want me to do damage first? Or...
Yeah, usually damage first, then
Okay.
second attack. All right, so that's 6 on him right off the bat. As you.
I'm gonna roll the second.
All right. An 11 will not hit him, unfortunately. But you essentially just like come right up, and with a nat 20, you just kick him in the dick, and he's like, "Ooh!" And you try and punch him.
Dragon kick.
Yeah. As you kick him, and you try and punch him in the face, but because he just got kneed in the balls, he kind of like collapses a bit, so you miss the punch. At that point, like, you all hear this kind of going on. She's like, "What the fuck's going on?" Like, you two, what's wrong with him? What's with the fucking beam? And she looks, they look towards you two and like, what's going on here? What's this?
Are we going?
You asked.
I don't say anything.
I whisper to whoever's with me. I forget.
Roxy.
Roxy, are we going? It feels like we're going. It feels like shit's hitting the fan. Okay, I'm just gonna take out my axe and hit the guy.
Okay, now everybody roll initiative.
Someone had to start it.
Feels like we're going.
Feels like we're good.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
we were going, but I guess it's this. I gotta remember. So initiative combat would have started, but then I would have asked you guys on your turn, like, what the hell would you all do? But this also works. But yeah, we be going.
Did you get the thing? It says that like the message wasn't sent.
No, I see it. You have.
Okay.
I see. You have a 17. I don't see Soren's though. Oh wait, 13. Wait, never. I saw it. It's 13.
No, it's
Where's
The only
my?
thing that came up for me saying it didn't go to the turn tracker, but I don't know if you
Oh.
or not. So.
yeah, because we don't have a turn track.
Okay.
I keep it all on my own thing.
Alright, cool.
But anyways, let's see how well this party can do. And music, please work. There we go.
Alright, so I rolled 2 natural 1s, 2 natural 20s. Perfectly balanced.
It's perfectly balanced as everything should be. All right. So to start, the bandits actually get to go first because they rolled the highest initiative. Vars is still not seen, but everybody else can kind of be found. So we'll start off with this guy first. Bandit who was just kneed pulls out his scimitar. It's a little bit loud. Let me lower that.
Oh, this is a cool track.
Yeah. Pulls out his scimitar and he's not having it all with you right now, Soren. Does a 17 hit you?
Yeah, dead on.
Luckily, only 2 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
As he cuts you, and he's just like, "That's for my dick."
Is he?
My
is
dick.
Dick still out?
What? His pants have not been pulled out yet, but his prime concern is killing the man who just kneed him in the dick.
Okay, well,
How long
fair
is
enough.
this thing?
Fair enough.
All right, these two come over and boop.
Oh,
Don't
shit.
go breaking my dick.
All right, that also works. This guy comes up. He sees his friend pants down fighting this drow, and he's just like, oh hell no. He's gonna swing at you, Soren. I do not think a 7 hits you though.
Nope, that misses.
Alright. The third guy coming down pulls out his crossbow, and seeing the other elf, wondering what the fuck's going on with all these elves, shoots Korath. Does a 10 hit you, Korath?
No.
Alright, you luckily dodge out of the way of the arrow as it comes flying right over your head. This guy right here, being told to, like, by Torga to, like, you know, shit's happening, and he sees Balthazar with his weapon out. He pulls out his scimitar and takes a swing at Balthazar. Does an 18 hit you, Craig?
18 does hit me, yes.
Alright. You take 6 points of slashing damage as he gets a nice cut across you from that. But he's going to stay right there to keep Torga safe. And that is the bandit's turn. Now we go to, actually, you, Balthazar.
Alright, so I'm hitting this guy right back.
Alright, and remember, Craig, as a bonus action, you can go into a rage.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go into a rage right now.
Alright, so you use one of your rages and your bonus action to go into a rage. A 17 will most definitely hit this man. So you click the text, so in Roll20 and like with the little text box, you click the Great Axe box text and that'll show you the damage you deal.
Oh, so this thing?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
12 slashing, and since you're raging, you get a +2 bonus if I'm correct.
Yes.
Okay, he slashes you, gets a nice clean cut across, and he's like, haha, and you pull out your great axe, and you just ram it right into his head, pull it out, and he just collapses to the ground dead. Alright, so, yeah, that was like, you almost did like, you do a fuck ton of damage, I gotta remember that. So, on your turn, Craig, you have your move action, your regular action, and your bonus action. And you've used your bonus and regular action. So,
I guess I'm just gonna move a little bit closer to the main woman.
Torg.
Over the guy's corpse.
Alright. You can stand on top of it. Alright, you just walk over, great axe holding it, just looking at her, and you can see her do an audible gulp sound as you just one-shotted like one of her guys. Alright, that is about...
I look very threatening. And yeah, gonna end it.
Alright, initiative-wise, Korik, you have a way higher text than Nyala, so you go next.
Way higher.
Actually, I'll move out this way a little bit, and then firebolt this man's.
Alright, give me a roll. 22 will hit him.
Well done.
For 6 fire, as you just go and you just hit him, and part of him is a flame, and you take 6 points of fire damage. It hurts, but also having a fire out here is never a bad thing, I guess. Anything else, Korath?
That is it for me.
Alright. Now, Nyala, it's your turn.
Yeah, so I'm gonna walk up to this lady and just fucking hit her with my quarterstaff.
Alright, give me a roll. 15 will hit her. For 8 bludgeoning as you just whack her across the head.
That's all I got.
Alright. And you just walk up and just smack her across the head. And she's like, fuck! What was that for? Alright. Now we go to Sword.
Okay.
Sword, your turn.
So I'm going to, now there's 2 here, I'm going to draw my short sword. And then I'm going to attack, this is the one. This is the guy that I attacked originally, right?
Yeah, screen.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to swing on him with the short sword.
Alright, give me a roll. 22 will most definitely hit him.
Okay.
For 7. Alright, you cut him across with your short sword, and he just goes collapsed into the ground. Just too much blood and dig pain to really stand anymore.
So then, with my bonus, I'll do a roundhouse kick to this guy in the blue.
Alright, give me a roll. 17 will hit him. For another 7. Kick him right across the face, and he's like, ow! My face!
Ow, my face.
Alright. I believe that is your turn, Soren.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
Alright. Now we go to Torga's turn. Not very happy. She looks first to the person who just whacked her with a quarterstaff. She pulls out her scimitar, takes a swing at you. Does a 18 hit you, Nyala?
It does.
You take 6 points of slashing damage as she cuts you. Then she looks to the, big scary half-orc that just killed one of her guys. Swings again with her scimitar at him. There's an 8 hit you, though. Alright. But then she pulls out a dagger and proceeds to try and stab you, Balthazar. And she only got a 7, so that's also not going to hit you.
Nope, not gonna do it.
Finding it very difficult to hit you. Maybe she should have just stuck to the Goliath in the first place. But even that's a bit scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, you two very much tower over her.
Wait,
Alright.
What race is this woman again?
She's a dwarf.
A dwarf? Okay, yeah, so we are. We're both at least double her height.
Okay. Now we go to Vars.
Yeah. I'm gonna move up to Blue Lad.
Mm-hmm.
Give him a nice hit with my short sword.
Alright, give me a roll. That's a natural 20.
Oh, hell yeah.
You also get sneak attack damage too because it's also you would click it again because it's a nat 20.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not that. The sneak attack, not the.
Oh, just sneak attack twice. Okay.
Yeah, 2.
Alright, cool.
So that's 11, 15, 7. So even if you wanted to keep this man alive, that's not going to happen as you just... Soren, you just watch as if in an instant the man just goes, ooh, as he just collapses dead from a stab wound by a Vars.
As that happens, I wanted to say, now that's how you do a sneak attack.
Alright.
I just nod.
Your stealth does end though because of that.
Yes.
Alright. Anything else?
That's it.
Alright. Now we got Roxy.
Hi. I guess I'll move up and around.
Get that flank.
I'll stand here. Actually. Nah, yeah.
Alright.
And I'm going to attack non-lethally.
Alright. Non-lethal attack.
Yep.
Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we didn't get the answer out of her.
Yeah, things kind of went away very quickly. 17 does hit though, Roxy. 9 slashing. With a shield and battle axe in hand, Roxy comes right up, bypassing Nyla and Balthazar, and gives her a nice cut for 9. At this number... Yep. Alright. Is that it, Roxy?
Dogs reacting at all?
They're kind of just barking, like, they're a little bit upset, but they're not like attack dogs, they're sled dogs, so they're not gonna, like, start attacking you. Plus, I'd be a very monster of a DM if I forced you guys to, like, kill dogs.
Fair enough.
Alright. And I believe that is Roxy's turn, so now we will go back up the turn order. This guy right here, not happy his friends are dead. I'm gonna roll a dice to see which of the two of you would go for. He's gonna go for Vars, bow in hand, as he just takes 5, 10, 15, 20... Step back as he just kind of like, get away from me, you assholes! And he shoots you, Vars. Unfortunately, bandit number 4 is not doing so hot. That's a 5 to hit you, Vars.
No, not even close.
Yeah, the arrow just goes wide as he's just kind of freaking out though. So
I'd just like to say as he does that, you might want to think that again.
all right, he is the only other one of the 4 still alive. So that's the turn. It's your turn, Balthazar.
Alright, so I guess I'm gonna take a page out of Niall's book or Roxy's book, I forget who attacked, and go non-lethal Great Axe.
All right. 9. Yep. Can't do anything to stop it. So 19 hits. So roll damage. 6 slashing this time. Non-lethal. But yeah, you give her a nice cut as she's just trying to like avoid it. Not doing the best at that though.
Alright, but she's still up. Oh, no,
Yeah, she-
and plus 2 because I'm raging. So
Oh, +2. Thank you for reminding me. I think there was a way in Roll20 to set that up, but we'll have to figure it out.
See if I can look into it.
Alright.
For next session.
Alright. And that is Balthazar's turn, if I'm correct.
Yes. I think we're all just kind of standing here waiting for
Yeah.
her to drop.
I guess I'm more used to like I think last time I DM'd I was DMing level 12 players who could do like 10 things on a turn, so that's why I always just so it's nice where it's just like, oh, you can only do one thing. That's good. Korith, you're up.
I'm gonna walk up to stand by these guys and then firebolt him again.
All right, give me a roll. A 7 will miss, unfortunately, as he ducks out of the way.
That's it for me.
All right. Niall, it's your turn.
How does this lady look?
Not looking as good as when you guys first met her, but she's still standing strong.
Okay. Okay. I'll follow suit, and I'll use my quarterstaff non-lethally, just trying to knock her out.
Okay. 22 will hit. For 5 bludgeoning. You just whack her across the face again, and she's just like, come on, quit it. That's not cool.
Come on, quit, stop.
You just fucking slashed me.
Your friend just killed one of my best men as you look at Balthazar just standing on this dude's corpse that's like digging into the snow now. Alright. Alright. I believe that is Nyala's turn, so now we will go to Soren.
Cool. I'm going to move my 30 feet, so... And then as I'm running, I'm going to pull a dart from inside my jacket and throw it at the bandit.
Alright, give me a roll. 23 will definitely hit him. And that's what you needed, as he gets a dart in the brain and he just goes down. Alright. I believe that is your turn, Soren.
Yep.
Alright. It's Torga's turn. You seem to be complaining so much, Niall, about getting slashed, so she's gonna do it again at you. Only she got a 10 to hit you.
Wait, who? Me?
No, Nyala. MJN's character, but I don't think a 10 hits you, Nyala.
Sorry, a 10 will not hit me.
Alright. She swings at you, but you kind of parry with your quarterstaff. She looks to Roxy, trying to get a sneak scimitar swing at her instead. With another 10.
No.
She's just very frustrated, pulls out her dagger, and she just goes for... She's not even going to try with Balthazar, given the shit should have happened last time, and just tries to stab Nyala. How about an 11?
Nope.
Oh man, here's me thinking like, oh man, I don't know, this could be hard for them. I don't know what's going to happen, and the fucking dice just love to tease. Alright, that... She can't move without taking 3 opportunity attacks, so... Okay. Alright. Her turn is done. We're going to move on to Vars.
Alright, I'm going to move my 25 spaces, which I believe is... there.
Yeah.
And how's she looking?
Kind of around. She's like looking okay-ish. Not as good as when you first saw her, but like she's definitely taken a few beatings at this point.
I'm gonna just I'm gonna take my short bow.
All right.
I'm just gonna try to pin one of her legs to the ground.
Okay, roll to hit her legs. It's a nat 1.
Yeah, chief.
You shoot an arrow, but it just like lands like right in the snow, like missing her feet. She looks and sees you, and she's just like, "Ah, come on." All right, I believe that's your turn, Vars.
Yeah.
Now we got Roxy.
I'll do it again. Non-lethally. Hit.
Ooh, a 12 won't do it. She sees it coming this time, Roxy, and she ducks out of the way.
Okay, well, that's my turn.
All right. Go to the top of the list. All of the 4 dudes are dead so we're just gonna move on to Balthazar.
Alright, before I attack, I'm gonna ask her again if she knows anything about the uncloaked man.
All right. How would you phrase that exactly, Craig? As she looks at you and you're holding your... Yeah.
I'm holding my axe. I'm still in a rage. I'm like, I'm gonna give you one last chance. Do you know anything about the uncloaked man who is a merchant?
Roll me an intimidation check.
Intimidation check? Gotcha.
Oh, and her insights to pass that was... There is my good roll. So I'm going to assume what just happens, Craig, is in your mind you say, do you know anything about the uncloaked man with the merchant? The rest of you hear, and she has like, yeah, and she's just like she's looking at you like you're, babbling nonsense, which you kind of are.
I'd like to yell over him. You should try common next time.
Alright.
So she's not answering, and I don't have the wherewithal to realize that she can't understand me. I'm just gonna attack.
Alright. Yeah, 19's gonna hit.
Non-lethally, by the way.
Alright. 7.
So 9.
9 points of damage. Alright.
And then that's it.
Alright. Korath, you're up first.
I'm just gonna kneel over these 2 bodies and pull the man's pants back up and just hold on to my pendant and do a little prayer, and that'll be it for me.
Alright. Roll me a religion check, just for the fun of it. Not one again. You're trying to find like the good in this situation. Like these guys are kind of bad, but you're also thinking, man, we really like did them over dirty though. Like, or at least we did this guy dirty. All right. That is your turn, Korath. Niall, it's your turn.
Yeah. So since she seems so upset about me hitting her, I'm just gonna be like,
All right.
this could all be over if you just tell us what we want to know.
You roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion?
Yeah. She keeps her mouth shut, and she's just like, I'll have Nyla, not Balthazar because he's raging. Nyla and Roxy can both roll insight checks as she keeps her mouth shut. Because you are right in front of her, and you can notice her.
+5.
Alright. I would say, Nyla, it seems like this woman just kind of sucks. Roxy, you can tell, like, there's something she does not want to talk about, and this is, like, a big thing she does not want to talk about. Anyways, Nyla, it's still your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to knock her out again.
Alright, give me a roll. A 7 will miss as she parries you.
That's me.
Alright. Soren, your turn.
Alright, so I'm gonna move my movement. And I'm just gonna yell over these dogs. I'm just gonna say, "Surrender, you fool! Your men are dead!"
Okay.
Or dying.
Persuasion check. Soren.
My sheet minimized. One second. Sheet's being weird. You said persuasion?
Yeah, because like you're, I differ intimidation from persuasion, like the way you're kind of going about it. Like you're trying to trying to convince her. Good old Balthazar was just screaming in her face, wielding an axe, telling her to stand down. All right, but with that, seeing that there is another person surrounding her and all these guys here too, she's like, all right, as she gets down on her knees and drops her scimitar and dagger.
Now, was that so hard, sweetie?
She looks at you all and she's just kind of like, I don't want to die. I just don't want to die.
You won't have to. You can tell us what you need to know.
Oh no, not you too. You can't all be serious about this.
We're all
Yes.
serious about
We're very serious about this, honey.
Alright, by the way, yeah, Balthazar, your rage does end.
Yeah.
Alright, also, by the way, none of you guys hear a lawnmower outside, correct?
I do not.
Okay,
No.
I don't know what's happening, but someone's in the backyard right now mowing shit, and it's like 6:30 at like on a Thursday night. I don't.
Hey, man,
As you do. Yeah.
that
I'm-
sounds like the most perfect time. It's been kind of hot around here.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, heat-wise, it makes a lot of sense. All right.
I'm gonna retrieve my dart. I don't know if you want me to keep track of ammunition.
I would. It'd be nice if you keep track of it. Generally, though, when it comes to like end of combats, assuming like something crazy is happening, I just assume you pick it back up.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I had dog sound effects on in the background.
Oh, that's fine. The dogs here are barking, but they all quiet up when she tells them to stay quiet. She looks to you all like, fine. I'll tell you what I know about Caltro. Well, his first name is not his full name is actually I wrote his name down and now I'm having trouble finding it. Here we go. Cephik Caltro is who you're looking for. The cold-hearted killer. And yeah, I traveled with him for a bit. I knew how to get rid of that nut job, though, back in East Haven when he killed that kid. I don't... Listen, he was traveling with me, and he liked to talk a lot about the Frostmaiden's blessing and all that shit. Maybe that's why he doesn't wear a coat. He's got some special Frostmaiden powers in him. Anyways, he was useful, you know. He made, you know, getting people to pay real easy. And all right.
Where was the last time you saw him? Where'd you leave him?
It was in. I left him in East Haven, and of course, he was supposed to go with us in the morning, but me and my men woke up early and left without him, so we wouldn't have to deal with him. I don't know where he could have gone. He doesn't have to worry about the extreme cold, so he can just go. He can walk wherever the fuck he wants without any issue.
Do you know
Now,
how
it's
he has
something
his
you ain't
power?
telling us.
One at a time.
Oh, sorry.
Roxy, you first.
Now, is there something you ain't telling us? She kind of holds her axe in her hands.
Roll me an intimidate. There you go. Yeah, now she's rolling like garbage again. Like, she was rolling great on her checks to resist you guys trying to convince her. They're rolling shit on attacking, but now all the rolls have just gone to shit. She's like, had him do one last job for me as on the caravan as she flips over some of the goods. In the back one is a dead body. with a frozen knife in it. We're just trying to find somewhere to dump it. Yes, look, I said he's useful. Like, that guy cheated me out of 5 gold. Like, how could you not use someone like that to help you out?
He cheated you out of 5 gold and you kept him around?
Well, I needed to dump the body. He was gonna leave it in like some. That was always the issue with that fool. He just killed and left him to be found. That's why people are like starting those rumors about him. The cold-hearted killer.
Well, they seem to be true.
Yeah, I mean, he seems to kill without reservation.
As she turns back around to talk to them, I would like to try to slide a hand, either a bottle of ale or wine, out of the caravan.
Go ahead. Give me a roll. 13. I'll roll for her. Anybody else who wants to pay attention can roll a perception. No, she doesn't notice. She definitely does not notice. You easily sneak you're able to yoink a bottle of wine. Nyla, you notice Var's doing this.
I'm not even gonna try and like hide it. I'm just gonna grab a bottle.
Alright. There were 2 bottles of wine and 4 bottles of cheap ale, so you grab the other bottle of wine. And she's just like, hey, that cost 20 gold, come on. And Vars, you definitely know 20 gold for like this cheap ass wine. That's like a fucking high like markup.
$20 for these bottles of wine? I don't think so.
All right, so you guys
we talk about 2 or 3 maybe.
You guys can put that in your inventory.
I'll
Alright.
give her 2 gold. I feel bad.
Okay. Oh, by the way, we'll at the end of the session we'll do the how much gold you guys have officially, because there's like that table you can do for like depending on what class you choose. We just kind of forgot to do it given all the things we need to set up.
I just went with whatever my background gave me, but we can
Yeah, I just had 10.
Right?
All right, you drop 2 gold at her feet. She just takes it, very shamelessly too. So, all right, yeah.
I was just gonna. I mean, it's gonna wait till later, but I was actually gonna go loot this dude. I mean, I can wait till later though.
Depends on first of like. So she looks to you all after talking about everything. Like, all right, what do you want from me? Can I just go? I have. Oh, it's gonna be a pain to sell all this shit. We need a whole fucking. Like she starts just kind of complaining about like because all of her workers are dead. Like, you know, traveling with all this shit's gonna be a huge pain in the ass.
Well, now you don't gotta split the cost.
Very funny.
One last question: who's the body?
Some guy in East Haven who wanted to buy some medicine. Cheap, you know, kind of stiffed me a 5 gold, tried to haggle and all that shit. So I gave it to him, and then I got my 5 gold back later thanks to Caltro. It's essentially a nobody. Like yeah, East Haven resident is what you kind of get from it. Who I'm assuming I don't know how much 5 gold means to you though, Balthazar, but like getting killed over it seems like a bit much. Alright. Court, what are you doing during all this? Just praying for the dead?
Praying to the wrong god, apparently.
Praying about the misdeeds and the fallen here. I'm not gonna leave at all. I'm just gonna pull the guy's pants up.
Alright, you already did that. It was just more or less, your prayer just felt really weird given the circumstance.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's it though. Once I'm done, I'll just head up to the party. But,
Alright.
Pass a quick glance at him doing like opposite praying.
Yeah, you notice him doing it.
Right. Okay.
Alright. So, alright, I'll get this out of the way now because I know I can see 2 of you wanting to do it. Vars and Soren, you guys can roll investigation checks on their corpses.
I don't know. I would never do
Alright, Vars, these 2 Not much, just scimitars, light crossbows, and like their clothes. One of them, the one you, that one, yeah. So,
Nothing here.
yeah, Soren, as you investigate this guy for anything, you realize this guy was probably like the one everybody like picked on in the group, because like his crossbow is shoddy as hell, his scimitar is rusted, his clothes are tattered. He's got nothing. I was gonna say though, Varza, with your investigation check, the one that you didn't stab, who is still up. Actually, they both got stabbed. Their clothes are like decent though, like winter coats and all that.
Yeah, I'll take one of the winter coats.
All right, yeah. So, I would just say for the sake of it, because your clothes are tattered, you just replace one of your coats with this new one.
Okay.
A little bit red, but what you gonna do?
It gives a character.
All right. So Torga, looking to Balthazar, Roxy, and Nyala, they're like, so can I go now, or are you all just gonna?
Everyone's moving in.
All right.
This doesn't bode well.
We're clearly
do
gonna
have,
arrest you.
You did kill him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Accomplice and all that.
Or escort you back into town.
okay. And once I get escorted back into town, I can go.
No.
To jail, yeah.
Yeah, you can go to jail.
What the cops do? Whatever the guards.
Yeah, sheriff and guards usually is. Roll me an animal handling, Vars and Korth, and
Oh no. Hey.
luckily it's easy. These are not attack dogs at all, so they let you pet them. Yeah. All right. So the caravan can fit up to at least 4 to 5 people on it.
I'll walk.
Yeah, I'll walk.
All right. Are you letting Torga ride on the caravan, or are you guys?
If she's coming in, I'll catch her.
Yeah. I mean, I'll ride the caravan, I guess.
All right.
If she's gonna be steering, or whatever.
All right. I'll just say for the sake of it, like she gets in the front to steer, and like you are literally just right behind her, short sword in hand. Like,
Yeah.
you do any funny business, I will gut you. And
Yeah.
No. I'll drive. No. I'll drive.
all right, Roxy will drive up front, and then Torga behind her, then Soren with the short sword. All right. And Korth and Balthazar, I assume, are walking.
Yeah, I'm just walking alongside, just in case she tries to jump off or anything. I am there.
All right, Nyla and Vars, are you guys just gonna chill in the caravan and one of the sleds and just ride along with it?
Sure.
What about you, Vars?
I'll walk.
All right, you walk. So,
I'm
Yeah.
walking a little behind it, just taking in the scenery as well.
all right, I'll just have was it technically a land vehicles check? I don't know if Roxy has that.
I
So-
have proficiency in land vehicles.
Oh, there you go. So, roll me land vehicles, and I'm gonna say use strength as your attribute, because you're trying to like hold the dogs back to like keep them from like going wild. 19.
So that was me. I was trying to.
Yeah. All right. With a 19, you're able to control the caravan easily, and you keep it from you don't make it go too fast, so everybody who's walking can keep following. And you guys ride into town. All right. So I'll change the music for this. All right. You guys ride into Caer Dinaval from this direction. Really wish I knew how to fix this map situation, but what are you gonna do? So some of the townsfolk come out and see you all as you're just riding in, because like a lot of these people have not seen the caravan in some time. Not as long as you guys were pretending when you were talking to her to begin with, but good amount of time. Where do you guys head to exactly?
Wherever the sheriff is, I guess.
Wait, that one,
Yeah,
that one person said they'd be waiting for us or something.
Clint?
Helen?
Yeah,
Helen?
yeah, she would be near the Uphill Climb Tavern, which is this way. Sheriff's office, though, is right here.
we'll go
Where?
there first.
Right here.
Thing.
So this is the sheriff. This is where, like, the guards... Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
there we go, there we go, there we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's on the way. So I guess y'all just want to make our way in that direction.
Yeah, let's dump the trash.
Alright. So, you guys head up to the sheriff's office. You pull up. Sheriff and 2 guards come out. They're all humans, as sheriff kind of looks at like, what's all this then?
Have you heard of the
We-
cold-hearted killer?
I'll roll. Actually, I'll be nice. I mean, I heard rumors about like people dying with like ice knives in their hearts or whatever, though. So I guess so.
This
Ah,
Torgs here has something to do with that.
And then I take off the blanket on the
Yeah.
body.
Yeah, the human dude with the
Very, very dramatic.
he's like, oh shit.
I have a flair for it.
Alrighty then.
It isn't her. She isn't the killer, but
Yeah.
she is associated with the killer.
All right, I'm good.
Sheriff, the gist.
All right, yeah. So the guard will take down your testimony, Soren, as one guard, as the sheriff and the other guard take Torga and the body into the office. As the guard who finishes taking down your testimony gets all that, we'll make sure we can process her as soon as we can. By the way, okay, how much do you tell her exactly, Soren? Like everything that happened to you guys?
Well, I leave at the part of us, you know,
Slaughtering
slaughtering her guardsmen. But I just kind of say, you know, we were just out there in the wilderness and came across her and we saw that she had a dead body. So we jumped in.
I see.
And then from there, kind of fill in what she said about the Caltro being all, you know, murder happy and her leaving him, or her knowing the whole time what was going on, you know.
Okay. Yeah. All right. He takes that down and he's like, well, I thank you all for doing that.
What was our reward?
He's like, don't really have like. See, I guess the thing was these have just been rumors of the people think this cold-hearted killer guy's a myth, but if he's real, well, shit, then we gotta make a reward system and stuff. I really don't know how much she's worth. I mean, you have the people of Caer Dinaval's gratitude though, and you know, sheriff, you know, give you guys a good word, especially if you ever want to go see the speaker too. And for those who are from Icewind Dale, such as Roxy, the speaker is essentially like the mayor or leader of each 10 towns. So Lonelywood has a speaker, Caer Dinaval has a speaker, East Haven, Bryn Shander, they all have a speaker. So yeah. But yeah, you think, Sora, that maybe this seems a little bit cheap, but then you remembered that no one seems to be asking for this caravan right now, so
Yeah, we're making off with some.
Yeah. I don't say anything about them not taking the caravan.
yeah, like you don't press the reward, like you're not pressing him for money, and in kind of like in tandem, he kind of just says, "Well, that's that then," and he closes the door.
I look to the party and shrug my shoulders.
All right, so
I would like to
I
meet the
mean,
caravan.
we're giving this to the people, right? I mean, like, they gotta get food and stuff.
Yeah,
The people.
Medicine.
okay,
Maybe the goods.
Maybe Lynn, whatever her name was, will give us some extra gold for bringing the caravan to her.
all right. So I will have the people who are riding it: Roxy, Soren, and Nyala. The 3 of you roll me investigation checks. And then I'll list off what was in the actual caravan, like the goods and shit, and you guys can decide what to do with that from there.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna use the bathroom. I can still hear you guys.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Now, Roxy, you guys don't find much, and neither do you, Soren.
Ah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's all the stuff she was talking about.
Yeah. So, what you guys have are, which you can in this caravan are cut wood. So basically, like log wood you use for fires. About
right.
5-10 of them. I'm gonna say 5, because you only really need one to start a fire.
Right.
You have one set of flint and tinder. I can type this into the Discord later too, so you don't have to just dump this into your inventory right now.
Okay.
You have 5 flasks of whale oil. About 10 blankets. 3 sets of furs. 5 sets of rations. There were 2 bottles of wine, but they've been taken. 4 casks of cheap ale. About 2 sets of medicines. And 3 vials of that rat poison.
I think the only thing that I think jumps out to me personally is the firewood. But, I
Like
don't
it-
need any of that.
I mean, I feel like we should just like, you know, give this stuff to the town. They gotta have firewood and
Yeah, I'm fine
blankets
with
and food.
I'm fine with giving it all away.
Alternatively, we could,
Oh.
well, I first, I definitely want some of that rat poison. I feel like that could be useful. But alternatively, we could use the fire to make a bonfire, and we could tap the kegs. Have a good night.
I'd rather just have other. I mean, like I don't.
The kegs
need
are probably going to
firewood.
the.
I can go out and grab us some firewood myself. If I need it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm thinking we distribute the most of the goods. We sell the ale to the bar at a modest price, and then we keep only the bare necessities for us.
I
And
think
I guess we could also use the caravan as transportation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we keep this caravan.
I think our
taking
employer will know
bottles
what to
and
do
stuff.
with these goods.
They'll help us get to East Haven to take out that guy.
Alright, so, yeah, so I will first point out, yeah, caravans are very good for travel, because walking-wise, things will take some time.
But we all can't fit in the caravan, right?
Only up to 5 people, and there are 6 of you. So,
Can we get more stuff for the caravan? Like make it bigger.
Like another standing area or something.
there are ways
A
to
dog and like another standing.
set that up, yes, but where to find that will be you'll have to look around, and you're not even sure if this town has it.
I guess yeah.
Yeah, because from what you've heard about Cara de Naval, Roxy, like they usually get their stuff by sea, and Frozen Lake makes that a bit difficult. So I don't know if they really were preparing for caravans for a while ago. So before we continue on, I'd just like to know, in terms of you guys are gonna give some of this stuff away, there's easily like a poorhouse or somewhere where you can kind of like give it up. You want to do that now, or do you want to do that later?
Do it now.
It's on the way, right?
Yeah.
Bards can take a thing of rat poison, and we'll give the food and medicine, blankets and food and stuff to people.
All right.
The house.
You tapping something, MJM?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of.
All right. So first of all, out of the 6 of you, and I'm assuming Craig is back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. Was there anything you explicitly wanted to keep?
I will take one or both of the rat poisons.
All right. So write down 1 vial of rat poison for you.
Second.
I'm keeping the wine, but that was
Yeah, the wine has already been marked off as not on the caravan.
Yeah.
What
All
are
right.
the uses of whale oil?
Basically for lighting lamps. Yeah. So
I'd
it's
rather just
Probably like hooded lanterns.
yeah.
Stuff. Yeah.
It's not like regular oil where you can throw it on someone and light them up. Oil functions differently.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice light oil.
Mhm.
Not yeah.
All right. Anybody want to keep the wood? The flint and tinder?
I have a
There
tinderbox
there are
already.
trees around it.
In this area, not a whole lot. Don't worry, we will.
Between a flint and tinder and a tinderbox.
So
It
you,
should be the same, I would think.
yeah, you can mark if you take the flint and tinder, you can mark it as that in the roll 20.
Yeah, I already have a tinderbox.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So moving past that, the whale oil, everybody seems good on that. Blankets.
I could use a blanket, and I will take a blanket.
Okay.
Do you have
It
your
wouldn't be bad to
bedroll?
keep a couple, but we could give away the majority of them.
All right. There were 10 blankets to.
I do need a blanket myself.
All right. So Roxy takes a blanket. Anyone else take a blanket?
I will take a blanket.
All right.
I mean, everyone else is taking one, so yeah, I'll take one too.
Okay. Balthazar, Carrot,
I'm gonna pass on the blanket, I think.
Vars, Carrot, blankets or no blanket?
No.
All right. And Court, I'm assuming no blanket.
Yes, I'm taking a blanket.
Okay, so 4 blankets are taken. All right. Furs. There were 3 sets of nice furs here. Anybody want?
Oh, those probably so well.
I mean,
I feel like taking both a fur and a blanket is excess.
yeah, I'm like, if you're just gonna sell it as well, it's kind of Roxy's gonna be hard against it if you're gonna sell it.
Right.
I'm not thinking about
Yeah,
that. I'm thinking
I'm
of
probably just
only
giving it
selling
away.
ale.
All right.
Yeah, I think the ale's probably the only thing we're looking to sell. I agree.
All right. So you pass on.
I don't feel good stealing from a town.
All right. You pass on the furs. The other 2 things, assuming no one else is taking poison, and you guys are going to sell the ale, are the rations, of which there are 5, and the medicines, of which there are 2.
Yeah, no, I'm going rations.
Yeah, I'm passing.
Okay.
I'll take a medicine.
All right. Mark that down in your inventory, Niall, as you take one of the 2 medicines. All right. Unless anybody else speaks up right now, I'm going to assume that is you're going to give everything else away. All right. No one speaks up. So, you guys drive over by the poorhouse. You give them the blankets, the rations, the furs, the whale oil, the wood and flint and tinder, one of the medicines, and the remaining rat poisons. They are extremely grateful, especially for the rations and the blankets, and the whale oil. Yeah, one of them kind of talks up to you guys like, "Oh, thank you so much. Oh, good thing you have medicine too."
It's the least we could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've heard the speaker's been sick for some time too, so at least maybe with his medicine we can help deal with that.
How long has he been sick?
Hopefully.
The guy thinks to himself for a bit. Man, I want to say maybe 2-3 weeks now. He hasn't left the care, which is as he points to that castle area, in a while. But well, thank you. Be very helpful.
Of course.
Yeah. All right. So with that, you guys give away those goods. You keep the ones you decide to hold on to, and I'm assuming you return to the Uphill Climb Tavern.
I'm actually gonna. I forgot to mention this. When we're talking to the person before we leave, I'm gonna say that the Black Raven Monastery always looks out for the nearby towns of Icewind Dale, and just give him like a nod.
All right. He thanks you for that. Maybe not 100% sure on what that organization is, but any organization that's giving them food and supplies is a good one in their books.
Right. So
Alright.
start spreading the gospel around.
Mm-hmm.
The gospel.
All right. So you all return to the Uphill Climb Tavern, where Lynn is kind of standing outside, keeping a lookout, and sees you all riding up in a dog sled caravan. So not what she was expecting. You all go inside. Bar is pretty much empty except for the barkeep, the dude with the glasses, and honestly just her, like everyone else seems to have left. It's getting kind of later in the day. It's really hard to tell time sometimes out here, but you know, there's a variation from like dark to light dark to very dark. So that's kind of how you tell time. And yeah, when there's no sun out, makes things a bit confusing. But it's great for people who have issues, you know, seeing sunlight. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, I should have been a kobold. Damn it. Fuck.
I would have.
God damn
That
it.
doesn't bother me in the
Fucked up.
slightest.
All right. Helen looks to you all and he's kind of like, "So how'd it go? Did you find Caltro?"
No, we didn't find Caltro, but we found the caravan, the merchants and them were working together, you see, and we took them down, but they apparently left him in East Haven.
They split off then, huh?
Mhm.
She kind of like bangs her hand on the table like, "Shit." Any reason why they split up?
They didn't like it.
They got tired of his killing.
Yeah,
After having him kill someone.
yeah, directly after having him kill
Yeah.
someone, which is
Yeah.
very.
And
Yeah,
they
we
s-
turned her into the sheriff because of that reason.
Okay. Did you now? I think I may go have a word with her then. But well, appreciate that, I guess. Fuck. And she seems very frustrated by the fact you guys were not able to catch him, but here, let me give you this at least. For dealing with her, I guess. You each received 10 gold from her.
Nice.
The rest, however, that depends on if we can ever find Caltro. And at that point, she actually pulls out a sheet of paper and places it down on the table. And it's a map. Yeah. This isn't a very good or exact map. It's like, when I lived in Bryn Shander, I helped make my husband helped make this map. Wasn't really the best at it, but and it's not entirely accurate compared to what Icewind Dale looks like nowadays, but it should help us out. So, we are here at Caer Dineval. We always go up north is Caer Konig. We pass through Kelvin's Cairn, we can get to Tourmaline. You know, right off the bat, Roxy, only it is right over here.
Hey, I'm gonna point to Loma and be like, hey, that's my cat.
Alright, good to see we have at least one resident of the 10 towns here. Yes. Only with Tourmaline Targos. Bremen, Bryn Shander, Dogan told Goodmeaden. You said they split off at East Haven.
That's what she said.
Alright. You guys look over this, and if you really want to stick around with this, I have my own sled too I can get set up, and maybe we can make the trip there. Otherwise, I've already put you guys through a lot, and I know some of you look somewhat injured. I think only 3 of you took damage during that whole fight, actually, now that I think about it.
They took 2 damage.
I took 6 damage.
I also took
I'm
some.
feeling good.
What's damage?
Oh man, I forgot. I think you did.
Feeling good.
Oh man.
1 to 15, I feel like a 9.
I'm gonna look to her and say, you seem pretty involved in this. Like you almost want to go kill him yourself.
Roll me a, she's like, what are you implying?
Just you seem very adamant on him being killed or captured, or more so than everyone else that we've talked to about the killings anyway.
Roll me a,
Close to you.
I will say roll me a charisma check with advantage, Soren. Because Roxy was helping you with, Roxy's last comment. Yeah, straight charisma with advantage. 9. Alright, let me roll for her. Oh, dice rolled off the table. I didn't think you'd get it with a 9, but then she rolled a 2. So,
Hey.
she's like I said, Caltro's been in 3 towns. East Haven, Argos, and Bryn Shander. My husband and I were from Bryn Shander.
Oh, sweet.
War. And that's
She gives you like a...
completely missing the social cue because of my little charisma.
She just looks at you,
Oh, sweetie.
gives you a glare like, I'm gonna go and interrogate Icewind. You all stay here.
Before she goes, I'm gonna. Have you seen a Dragonborn recently? Tall, platinum scales.
I've seen Dragonborn back in Bryn. Nothing like what you're describing with platinum. And, you passed your constitution check now for whatever reason.
My cat does on my keyboard.
So you can't pass the
Alright.
constitution check.
But she tells you no, though, Soren, as she leaves.
Okay.
So you guys all sit there. If you do sell the ale to the guy, he will give you 5 gold for each of the 4 ales. So 20 in total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheap ale. I feel like that sounds right.
Alright. To make it simpler, assuming no one's arguing or haggling, he gives you guys 30 so you can split it up for 5 gold each for all of you.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, actually, this is a great cue. He gives you 20, but then the bespectacled man walks up, puts down another 10, and says, "All for them, of course, for bringing the ale back to this little town." He looks to you. The bespectacled man, the other guy you've seen in the tavern. So as you guys split up the 5 gold to all of you, he looks to you. Adventures, I'm assuming.
Yes, you'd be right.
Oh, and apparently good ones at that too, if you can bring ale and whatnot to this little town.
Can I do an
I
insight
fancy
check on him?
myself a pretty good adventurer.
You can roll an insight check on him. 9. You're having trouble reading this man, he's just
Okay.
kind of coming up and talking to you. And if I were to describe him, he's a human, looks to be late 20s, early 30s. He has like black hair, but he can, unfortunately given his genetics, it's already kind of graying too, so kind of a mix of gray and black. Wears these thick, round glasses though too, and he's also bundled up pretty heavily as well. He pulls up the...
You got a job?
Oh, you guys get right on the nose, huh? As he pulls up a chair and looks at the map. 10 little towns and so much to do, so much to see. As he kind of like puts his finger on each of them. Tell me, are you guys from Icewind Dale, or are you travelers to here?
I'm from Icewind Dale.
Traveler.
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 I have no
So many travelers.
Yeah.
Wait.
The
What's that last comment?
I said I have no home.
Strong, maybe.
Well, this land is home to a lot of things. Strange creatures, strange people, and but also strange artifacts and goods too. And I've been doing some research out here, and fortunately I can only really do so much. But I'm thinking, there are a few times in your life where you can make a decision that really matters, and I feel like this is it. You guys seem to be hunting that myth, the cold-hearted killer. I heard you all yapping about it after the bard left earlier in the day, and it seems like you guys were somewhat successful. He's a little, I raise an eyebrow. He's not 100% sure.
We gotta leave.
It's
There you-
also not a myth.
Yeah, we have a guy with a knife of ice in his heart.
Oh
I think
shit.
that's bullshit.
Pretty real.
All right.
And also that one lady told us about him. So like, I'm pretty sure. It's
Yeah,
real.
that's
I don't think you got the message, man.
You know, I guess I don't. I mean, I too am a traveler here as well. Vars, you order an ale, and the barkeep serves it to you as you begin to drink.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
He'll put on your tab. Well, either way, yes. But you guys are in the business of myth hunting. I feel like maybe we can all work together on this a bit.
Oh, a call of adventure.
Yes, it is a big call of adventure as he kind of looks to you, Roxy. I mean, who knows what's out here, what's to find, the people we can run into, the things that are buried underneath, and the good we can do too. I mean, who
Say
knows?
that again. I look to Korf, who's still, in my eyes, a painted elf.
I nod.
So,
I'd like to take a sip of my ale and say, what is it exactly we need out of you in this? What information do you bring us, or
So-
could we just do this on our own?
he kind of smiles at that. Oh, many have tried to do it on their own. In fact, I've heard rumors of, I want to say maybe 4 people who were trying to do it on their own recently. I mean,
My eyebrow raises to that.
yeah. A lot of... the 10 towns are one thing, but the area outside them is a whole other beast. Magical artifacts, legends of untold power, things anyone would want to get their hand on. But problem is, I only really know about these myths, but the people, the citizens, the speakers, they probably know a bit more. So, I want to propose something between all of us, and but I should also introduce myself, by the way. Name's Denver Harpel. I'll type his name in chat too.
And away.
And from what I know in people's backstories, I want Balthazar and Vars to roll me history checks when you hear the name. Balthazar, you're not really sure what any of that really means. Vars, you've heard tales of nobles and whatnot throughout the Swords Coast. You've been around a lot. The name Harpel actually seems to ring a bell in that regard.
Harpel. Feel like I've heard of you somewhere before.
Oh.
Maybe I've met your parents once.
Oh, you met my mom and dad? Oh, then I should be buying you a drink then.
Yes.
That is dumb family stuff. But no matter. Anyways, here is what I need help, alright? And I think you guys are the perfect people to help me out with this. I've heard rumors and myths of special locations, special artifacts in Icewind Dale that, it would be very good to get my hands on. And like I was saying before, other people have been here trying to do the same thing. But I can't really get much information outside of what people tell me. And because people don't really tell outsiders a whole lot. And plus there's the whole issue of, if I go outside into the mountains or the snow, by chance I could probably die maybe. But let's say we did have the people's support, the speaker's support. How many of you know what the Council of Speakers is? Which
I do.
that you do. And Roxy, you know it as the leaders of the 10 town, the speakers, each one from each town, once a month, meet in Bryn Shounder, which is the biggest town out of them all, discuss what's happening in the 10 towns, and that's where kind of all the big decisions are made. So if you want to explain that. Yeah. Because you're the only one who knows it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know what I don't. I mean, I listen. The character knows that I don't. Okay.
Okay. Alright, then Denver will explain what I basically just said. Yes. Once a month, the 10 leaders of each town meet in Bryn Shonder, discuss the day-to-day and what's going on. But those speakers also have a lot of power too over, they know a lot about what's happening in Icewind Dale. Not just the 10 towns, but outside it. The people who come in, what evil needs to be dealt with, and, what jobs offer the most money to. And I have this, as he pulls out a sheet of paper which has like square boxes, and above each box is a town name. And labeled each on it is one of the 10 towns. See, if I can get majority support of the speaker's seal of approval on this, then I can be at the meeting, their next meeting, and maybe just not me, but a whole bunch of us. And through there, I can get the information I need to figure out where certain things are. So, I can't do this on my own. And frankly,
I don't know where anything is right now.
I've heard rumors of things that are out here, but if you ask me to point a direction to go find it, no clue. Plus, with the never-ending winter too, kind of hard to go out sometimes now. So, adventurers, if you could help me. I don't know how long you guys are planning to be in Icewind Dale, but if we can travel to and from cities, get the speaker's approval, do a little good, get paid a little bit, maybe find what we're looking for, once I get a majority of the seal of approval, we can be at the next Council of Speakers meeting and find out exactly what we want to know regarding the location of certain things or people.
Sounds like fun. I'm in.
What say you? He'll look see you first. What about you?
To me?
Yeah, you first, Soren.
I'm still trying to figure out why we need a middleman for this.
Well, I mean, he seems like a smart guy. He knows things,
He sits down. Well, for starters, you don't have one of these official, parchments as he kind of pulls it up. As your dwarf friend kind of pointed out, these really only go to select people.
So
No.
you got invited to come to
Yeah,
next meeting if everyone likes you.
yeah. It's,
And you want us to make everyone like you.
well, like all of us too. Look, I'll get you in as well too. I'm assuming you all have things you're trying to do out here too. Like,
I do.
don't assume I'm looking for what I'm looking for. What you all want is a totally different thing. I mean, hell, best case scenario, we find a fuck ton of money at the end of all this, and we never have to work a day in our lives again.
I don't work as is.
Fuck ton of money, you say.
He looks to you, Nyala. You haven't spoken up much. Are you interested in this little adventure, or do you need me to explain more?
If we're here anyway, I don't see why we can't escort you to the cities. Give you some help.
There we go. He looks to you then, Balthazar. What about you, my half-orc friend? Are you interested in learning a little bit more about the world?
Well, real quick, because we're going to East Haven, aren't we?
I mean,
Those are the opposite directions.
well, no, he's not. He needs to get at least 5 of the seal of approvals.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if you want to, I'm down to have him tag along if we have the space.
I mean, I do have some money. I can easily procure like a large caravan or 2 separate caravans.
have the caravan situation settled for now.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, because Helene said that she had her caravan also, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Well, I may have misphrased that. I think she more or less has like a dog sled sort of scenario. You can maybe fit one more of you on you, but actually, I guess that would kind of count. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways,
Yeah, if you want to procure the transportation, then or the extra transportation at least, then I don't see any reason why you can't come along.
good, good. Yeah, I mean, should be interesting. I'm actually gonna roll something for him, Balthazar, as he takes a look at you.
As long as I'm getting paid.
I will. Oh wait, that's not the thing I wanted to do. Does your character have a last name, Craig?
I have not. I have like a little title in my head, but like I don't have a
Alright.
last name. I can
All
come up with one.
right. No, it's fine. Not right. Okay. He looks at you, actually, Balthazar, for a bit. You seem like someone, or remind me of someone who's really into magic and magical goods. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Almost as if I'm not 100% sure if it exists yet or not. But I'll remember soon enough. But glad to have you on board. He looks to you. He looks to Korth next. And what about you, my actually? You'll roll this with advantage. Nat 20.
Hey.
What about you, my Eldarin friend? I don't see many of your kind here at all, actually.
Adventure's adventure. I'm down for anything.
Adventure.
Bingo. There's a lot of good you can do with that.
Adventure leads to answers, and I need answers. So yeah, I guess I'm in.
Adventure.
And then he lastly looks to you, Vars. What say you, my dwarf friend?
You had me at a fuck
Adventure.
load of money.
Bingo. He kind of smiles. Alright. So, you guys are supposedly tracking this cold-hearted killer. And, you said last time he was heard was in East Haven, correct?
Yep.
Alright. And I'm assuming that's where you guys want to go next.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
how... might I ask this of you then? We all rest for a bit. Wait for your friend. The Speaker of Caradon of all, I wouldn't mind getting his seal of approval before we leave. And...
The sheriff did say that, well, the guard, or whichever one, said that the people here kind of, we helped out just now, so we might be able to get an audience.
I like the way...
And also, I mean, we did bring in all that stuff to the the place.
Yeah.
The shelter. So like, we also brought medicine in there, and they said they were going to give it to him. So.
Oh, that's perfect. I've actually been trying to meet with him for a while, but they keep telling me he's sick and no one can answer. But if good folks of good travelers of the 10 towns helped, capture a deadly accomplice and give some fine goods to the people of Caradon of all, we could probably get an audience then. Most likely. Alright. So...
I'm gonna actually ask him, he said that you said that there was other adventurers you know of looking for these myths or legends or whatever you speak of?
There are.
Do you happen to know anything about those other adventurers?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay.
And I'll roll this one in secret. I'll make my roll in secret.
Persuasion?
Yes.
I can't.
Hmm.
You rolled that exact same thing as a charisma check roll. It's so funny.
My dude's awful at charisma.
Yeah. Well...
This guy had rustic charm, like a brax.
he looks to you and he's kind of like... I kinda do. But that information is a little bit more private, but let me tell you what. I'm assuming at this point he's gotten all of your names, so I don't have to just keep pointing saying you guys or you all. Tell you what, Soren. Help me meet with the speaker of Caradin Naval, and I'll tell you what I know about the other travelers I've heard of.
I
You
just
know.
give him a nod.
Just
Like a deal.
yeah, we're just getting to know each other a bit. I don't want to. We all have things we want to keep to ourselves, and I think this is most fair. So,
Then a formal introduction, and I'll extend my hand and say, as you know, I'm Soren, but my last name is Vosdagen. And I'll
Soren
extend my hand.
Vosdagen, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
All right. He looks to the barkeep. Rorik, get these fine 6 people a room. I think they'll be spending the night. And barkeep kind of nods and agrees as Denver pulls out some money from his his coin purse.
You got a lot of coin in there? Can I take a peek? For roll, perhaps?
Okay, are you trying to are you asking him to look, or are you trying to sneakily
No,
look?
I'm just trying to kind of catch a glance at how much coin is in that purse, or like a rough estimate.
Perception check. 23. All right. You can tell on him that he at least has maybe 100, 200 in gold. But what really interests you is the fact that in the gold there is some shinier platinum mixed in too. Yeah. So
Okay.
he's not he has more money than you guys, but he's not
Right.
it's the platinum's also kind of hidden too. So it's not like he ain't showing off his wealth. He's trying to be smart about this.
Okay. Wow.
But he pays for your guys' rooms. He pays for your drinks too, and your dinners as well. And eventually, Hlyn comes back later on in the night, kind of frustrated, but she tells you all, I'm ready to go to East Haven when you are. What about you all?
I guess in
Seems
the
like a
morning.
good night.
Yeah. So Denver asks if in the morning you guys can go see the speaker, and
So yeah, as soon as we finish that, I guess.
she agrees.
Take too long.
Yeah, she ends up agreeing, especially after Denver agrees to pay for her shit too. So yeah. And with that, you guys all, rest for the night. Very cold out. You all have to 2 per room as well too, but that's not really a big issue for you all. I think essentially it would be Soren and Korit, Roxy and Nyala, and then Balthazar and Vars just sleep together.
Alright, so since I'm bunked up with Korath, I'm just gonna so what are you exactly?
Would I know what a drow is?
You would Drow are a more common. People know the main variety of elves of wood, high, and drow. But you're definitely way more exotic than them.
I'll say I'm sort of like your polar opposite, where your kind went to the Underdark, my kind stayed in the Feywild.
Ah, so you're like the surface elves I was always taught about being evil then. Strange.
No.
I roll me Soren. I guess an intelligence check. See if you know what exactly the Feywild is. 14. I'll say with a 14. You've heard some myths back when you were, especially at the monastery. Not when you were in the Underdark, that's for certain.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah, the basic lore of elves of where they come from, and the Feywild apparently is supposedly the original place.
Okay.
Dream world, baby.
Well, I look down at my hands and then look at his polar opposites indeed.
But hopefully I don't think there will be any problems between us. As I extend a hand.
I take it and I say, I've casted off my people's prejudice long ago. And I shake his hand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, eliminating racism
Yeah,
one day at a time.
Yeah, Cam got the news when Wizards of the Coast said there's no such thing as evil races anymore, so,
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. Nyla, Roxy, you guys do anything? You talk at all, or are you just gonna head to bed?
Hi, my name's Roxy. How you doing?
Hi. I am Nyala Dawnmender. Nola. Hold on. What's my whole last name? Nola Kaigo.
Ooh, that's a long last name. I like it.
Thank you.
My last name's pretty sure it's just Helder.
We should probably get to bed. No, we'll be up early.
Yeah, I guess so. You have a good night.
You too.
Alright. And then lastly, in Balthazar and Vars' room, is there any talking happening, or no?
If he's down, I'm down to just take out that bottle of wine and pass it back and forth quietly.
Well, I was barely conscious, but if you want to do some more drinking, I'm down for it.
I'm always down for it.
Alright.
And I'm down to spend the night like that until we knock out.
Alright,
I passed out from drunk this. This is how this goes.
I just wanted to see how long this takes. Can I get a constitution check from both of you?
Oh yeah, gotcha.
Oh, Vars, so the way it works is Vars pulls out the wine, Balthazar takes a drink, you're fine, Bal. Vars takes a drink, knocked out just right then.
I did pre-drink quite a bit. So.
Day drinking will do that to you.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm just gonna down like half of it, recork it, and
Mm-hmm. Alright. And with that, I think that's where we're going to end it. Ending a half hour early, but I think it's like the perfect place to stop. Alright. So let me put on the fun. Few things. When I found this music in Roll20, I'm like, shit, how do I not use this? Even though like aesthetically it doesn't make any sense. Yeah. That's why I went for the idea of like the uphill climb tavern is like essentially yeah, like a wannabe 70s joint, but like it's old as shit. Alright, but I hope you all had fun for a session.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Everyone's characters are pretty good.
Yeah,
I like Roxy. Roxy makes me happy.
I'm liking
I love it.
I'm liking the dynamic already. Oh, by the way, that's your last name, Helder. Alright, so as you all know, we're on a bi-weekly schedule, so we won't play again until the 8th. But I know our lovely Sneck is still... Are you still running Blades in the Dark, Sneck?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Still going on.
for those watching
A
this...
little bit 'cause
Oh, yeah?
things.
Yeah. So for those watching the stream, always good to watch. Plus, also, I have like a lot going on in my life right now because of grad school apps, so bi-weekly schedule is very fine with me. Next time, so Cam, just so you know, we usually use these snake, tokens. Are you cool if we switch to one for next time for your character too?
Yeah, I already talked to Acoustic about that.
All right.
He said something about getting one or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and
I could try to make one up.
all right, and we'll need to make one for Balthazar too, and Balthazar Roxy. No. Yeah, it's a lot of things kind of came up towards the end, so that's why I wasn't really gonna push it.
If you need a description, I'll draw it this weekend when I'm off of work.
All right, yeah. So just
I will say I love the dagger in the tongue of Vars.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
It's
Oh,
so
that's-
good.
did a great job. Yeah.
yeah, very fun. Yeah, I think you all did a damn good job how everything went out. I honestly thought, when I was when I planned that bandit like encounter, I thought, oh man, this could be pretty bad for them. And then like,
We destroyed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
thrashed
Yeah.
them.
Annihilated.
well, I don't know about. I feel like
With the party.
how bad was that for you, MJ? Because I know you took a big hit.
So I have 11 health and I took 6 damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But all right. Well, that means no level ups. We're still gonna be level 1 for next session though, so deal with it. But
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll go next.
That's
Yeah.
fine. No
Yeah,
one went down, so it's W for us.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have to point this out only because when we were running Descent into Avernus, towards the very end, the module kept essentially anytime the guys complete a part of the module, like you get to level up. But there was like a certain point in the module where it's like after this encounter they level up. So there came a point where like every session the guys just leveled up, and so like we're not going to be doing that like right now. Of course, then again, that level up was basically to prepare them for like the very end. So, but yeah, I think next time you guys will get to meet the speaker of Caradin Naval and maybe start heading your way towards East Haven.
Yeah, we did just kind of like during the end, just kind of zoom through that cave. Good.
Oh yeah. We just ended up
To be
getting
fair,
right.
there were like a lot of devils and demons that everyone fought. So
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, Descent to Avernus ended when it should have. I could have dragged it on a lot further, but it would.
No, it was a good ending. I like
Yeah,
it.
I personally like the ending
Yeah,
for
same.
no particular reason.
yeah,
Man, yeah,
My
okay.
ending was good too. I liked my ending.
yeah.
I just am upset I never got flight.
No, you did level up at the very end, so like post game, like yeah, eventually Tara Lynn learned how to fly with wings, but
Yeah.
and they weren't even angel wings; they were eagle wings too. That's the funny
Mhm.
part. Oh yeah, but yeah, I may throw 1 or 2 references in Cam and Craig to like the previous campaign, but I won't do it a whole lot. I only threw in 1 with the yeah.
I'm sure I'll appreciate it.
Yeah, I only really threw in 1 with the bard being from like Baldur's Gate and how Barrow Green got marketed to hell after he died.
You
was
mentioned it so many times. I was like, I must be missing something here.
Yeah,
I was like, I know they played Descent to Avernus before this, so this has got to be a reference for everyone else.
yeah. I very much turned that module into my own thing for good chunks of it. So
That's dope.
yeah,
It was super fun.
there was a
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more of the setting because in all the times that I've never played something involving like snow as much as this setting.
yeah.
It's seeing everyone like in winter gear instead of like normal adventuring gear.
Yeah. During the weekend, I'll probably put in the official winter gear into your inventories. It's basically fur coat and snowshoes to like walk around. And that stuff is kind of important so you don't freeze to death out here.
Oh yeah, I'm putting Roxy in a big fluffy coat.
Yeah. I was gonna let you guys all start off with winter gear because if I didn't, that would just make your lives hell. So, yeah.
Backstory wise, I feel like it makes sense for my dude to show up with winter gear.
Mhm.
Yeah, we've all gotten here, so that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Trying to think if there's anything else. I know I need to talk to one of. No, wait. Gotta talk to you, Jen, about something. I may shoot you a DM later, Craig, about one thing, but it's not gonna be a big deal.
Alright.
All right, and then you all have any questions for me that I could answer before I end the stream?
I think I tried my best to take notes. It was very, very rough, very rough and scattered ramblings of a madman trying to keep up to everything. But I think I'm good.
You're fine. There was like only like 3 important names to really care about, and like
Do the names stay in the chat?
they do stay in the chat. Yeah, if you ever need them though, just DM me and I'll send them to you. Yeah, and I will figure out how to get like this map working properly because it actually should say at the top Caradin Naval and like it points out where certain things are, like the tavern and the castle and all that. But I feel like they like every time I get a new module in Roll20, they like bork some things up and I have to like relearn it. Yeah.
Also, Avon, look into global attack modifier. That'll add into your that'll be what you need for the rage.
Gotcha.
You can
All
also
right.
do it for sneak attack as well.
I will. I keep sneak attack separate because there are going to be times I'm assuming where a rogue will attack but will get sneak attack. That's why they have to click it again.
Here's what you can do. You can click on there's a little. You can enable it and disable it like with a little button, so you can
Ooh.
have it on whenever you need it and turn it off whenever you need it.
It is pretty good. Yeah,
Same with rage as well.
I will look into that. All right, so gonna end the stream by rating someone because damn, we got a lot of people viewing. Thanks so much for everybody who decided to watch along, and you guys as well too.
Thank you.
It's been
Yeah,
very
that's
fun. I'm so
That was
happy
fun.
about
Yeah.
Roxy. I love her.
yeah. I love all of your characters already. They're gonna be a lot of fun.
I want to give her a big old hug.
All right, I think we'll do Jasky. They're doing Wreckfest right now, so yes. All you gotta do is just stay in the chat.
But yeah, if anyone wants me to draw a snake, just give me a little description and I'll draw it this weekend.
I'll message you.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's you too.
All right, awesome. All right, bye stream.
Best
Bye.
dreams.
Love you.
Adios.
See y'all later.
All right, let me